interim heavyweight champ, Mr. Aspinall. Um,
Hmm?
he'll be taking on Mr. Blades, a guy that's already beat him.
The interim?
Yeah, the interim champ. Obviously the champ is the greatest fighter of all time, Johnny Bones Jones. We can get into
Was
that if need be, but
how many when was the last time that the interim belt was defended? Could we pull up? We have our production team pull that up for us.
like in the UFC or
I don't. What the fuck else are we in anything? If you have any other examples from any other sports, you
well,
please
no.
feel
What do
free
you
to name
mean?
them. The
Um,
interim belt. When was the last time we had an interim champ defend the belt?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever happened. That's probably why, So,
No, it
uh,
definitely has.
so my question is: the interim belt on the line? I just watched Aspinall's reaction to the news being announced. He didn't exactly clarify that in
Yeah,
the
it is.
pictures they posted. It says, yeah. So this is an interim title fight.
Yeah, a title fight on the UFC poster creates a little bit more revenue. That's just a known fact.
Correct. But has that ever happened before, where it's like an interim title fight where
Yeah,
one of them already has the belt?
yeah. Interim title fights have happened before while the champion's been out. 100%.
Bro, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying where one guy is already holding the belt on his
Yes,
shoulder.
I'm
Has
saying
that
like
ever
where the
happened
guy who's
before?
holding the interim title is defending the
Defending the
interim title.
interim
It's
belt?
it's happened before.
No, it hasn't. Go look, or it maybe it has, but not anytime recently,
All
dude.
right,
There's no fucking way. This
I'm
is
looking it up right now. Though I'm gonna try and look it up.
it probably has happened at some point in the UFC. It has not happened in recent memory. And you don't have to look it up. It doesn't matter if it has. The point is that it's ridiculous. And now we're going to see Aspinall in the time since Jon Jones won the belt. We're going to see Aspinall win the interim belt, defend the interim belt, and then we're not going to see Jon Jones defend or whatever you want to call it with his made up belt. We're not going to see that happen till the end of the year now, because they just said that him Stipe is going to be at MSG somehow. Time is a flat circle, and that fight's going to be an exact year for the November MSG card. That blows my mind. But we're going to see Aspinall. Aspinall is going to be about ready to fight again. Aspinall would be ready for November, even fighting this summer in whenever that is, like July, I think. So he would still be ready. He'd have plenty of time to turn around and fight in November. I can't believe your take on this, man. This is really crazy to me. I get he's John. That fight could take place like it doesn't need to be for a belt. It could still happen. It doesn't need to be for the heavyweight title.
Bro, you said it, it's Jon Jones. Yeah, it's Jon Jones. He doesn't owe fucking anyone a fight at this point in his career. Tom Aspinall was given an interim title fucking fight off of a one-win fucking, like, he fought fucking like one time. Like, what are we doing here? He just lost. He got finished in round one via Curtis Blades.
He got finished by what? By way of what? What did he? What
By
was the
way of
finish?
by way of check, his leg kick was checked and his knee gave out because of the check.
Okay,
Yes.
but other than that, we've seen. Well, so what about? Oh, dude, you're so fucking dumb. What streak was Surreal gone on when he fought Jon Jones for the heavyweight for the vacant strap, which is
It was
pretty
a
much the
vacant
same thing as
title.
an interim, huh?
It was a vacant title. What do you mean?
Okay, not what I asked, right? So, what streak was Surreal gone
He was
on?
on a one fight win streak.
Okay. So the same as Tom Aspinall is what you're saying.
Yeah, but he had actually beat some notable people before that.
Like who? My fucking uncle? And like, what are you talking
Who's
about? Who did
who's
he beat?
Aspinall's best win before
Jarzin.
Pavlovich?
He beat Jairzinho Rosenstruck. He beat Derek Lewis. The
Yeah,
big bad heavyweights.
steamrolled Derek Lewis, who everybody was who was running through everybody at the time was on a run, and he steamrolled them.
What are you talking
Bro,
about?
who? Tell me Aspinall's best win before Pavlovich.
Volkov. I don't know.
Oh shit,
Who?
man!
Wait.
This dude is on a tear, man. Andre Arlovsky, who's on every heavyweight's resume.
Dog.
Every
Heavyweight goat. Former. Okay. So sorry. He's
yeah,
lining up.
heavyweight
He's lining
gatekeeper
up
goat.
former champs. He's just lining up former champs and taking them out one by one.
Bro, my point is I don't understand how you think that Jon Jones owes Tom Aspinall anything.
He
Jon
definitely
Jones doesn't have to fight Tom Aspinall. He can fight Stipe and retire. He doesn't owe Aspinall a damn thing. A guy that's fucking beat one fucking relevant heavyweight. I mean, what are we talking about here?
wait. Who is the relevant heavyweight, by the way? Because this is a little embarrassing.
Papovich.
Oh, I thought you meant from before that, but okay. Okay, this is where we've been like talking about this nonstop for like weeks now, and it seems like we just keep going to the same thing. If I am Jon Jones, again, very similar in a lot of ways, minus the cocaine and wife beating, very similar, me and Jon Jones. So let's play. I'm Jon Jones right now. I am doing everything in my power to fight Stipe and then retire, to take as long as I need to come back from my
Or you
fight.
can fight Alex Pereira and have that easy cakewalk win, first round finish
Correct,
easily.
correct, correct. We're on the same page. If I'm Jon Jones, right? Just imagine, right? I'm doing that, and I don't even, and I'm going to look like a moron on Twitter, debating everyone, saying like that is what I should do. I I get it. That's what I would do if I was him. I'm just saying that that is a bad move, like that he should, in theory, be fighting Tom Aspinall. That's what I'm saying. And then I'm also gonna saying that Tom Aspinall would light him up like a Christmas tree, beat the brakes off him. So that's all I'm saying. Again, if I'm Jon Jones, why would you fight Tom Aspinall? He would smash your face in. I would fight Stipe Miocic. I was watching film this morning actually of Stipe's last fight. It was in black and white. It was, I don't even remember, like I was just a lad. Like what would it was Stipe Miocic, dude? What's the funny part about all this?
Your disregard to the legends of this sport is just pathetic. I would understand if it was a number one contender of the likes of who's been like a true number one contender lately. Let me think here. Like a Marab. Marab is a deserving true number one contender.
Like
Aspinall.
Bilal Muhammad, which is what we're supposed to be talking about, but go on. What about Aspinall? What are you going to say about him, dude?
Listen, I'm not going to get into the Bilal. We'll get into the Bilal, but I mean, he's got a couple. I mean, who's Bilal's biggest win? Let's be honest.
He's the guy who's cleared out the welterweight division, but go on. Tom Aspinall.
Oh, he has.
What are we saying? So Tom Aspinall, now you're saying
His biggest
he's
wins
even
are
the rightful number one contender?
Sean Brady, and Gilbert Burns, who loses any big fight he's in. I mean, what are we talking about? Cleared out a division. It's
He's on
ridiculous.
like a is on like a 10. I hate Bilal. All right, I'm not going to start defending just to get in an argument with me. I'm not going to start defending Bilal Muhammad just for no reason. But okay, but so you're saying that now we're going that Tom Aspinall isn't even a deserving number one title contender? What are we talking about?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're acting as if he's a fucking Marab. Like you can't deny him of a shot. Like,
He beats
bro,
Marab. He beats Marab within one round.
listen. The point is John has the right, just like Stipe has the right to have this like mega fight. Like they both what they've done in the sport, their resume, their history. I don't care how long, whatever. They deserve it. That why do you think Dana White's making it? You think Dana White? Like, what do you mean? And we can talk about Dana White. He throws the old guys to the wolves all the time. So you can't tell me that he wouldn't mind Jon Jones, the passing of Jon Jones, if Jon Jones got in there and he thought Aspinall was going to run through him, it's not like Dana White wouldn't fucking want that fight to happen. So even Dana White thinks that Stipe and John deserve to fight each other. I just don't understand your lack of respect to the legends in this sport, the guys that were doing this for many, many years, took the sport to another level, and you just are ready to replace them with some little Frenchman who has one good win on his resume, and the crowd goes nuts because he fights in Manchester against joke of opponent where he's minus 600, and the crowd goes nuts when he wins via first round stoppage. Like, what are we talking about here? Show some respect to the legends of this sport,
The
please.
heavyweight division stinks. Like it's not like he's been ducking people. There's no one to fight. Like it's not like he's had all these like these guys.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you this: who would you say are the top two heavyweight contenders? Taking John and Stipe out of it, who would you say are the top two or top three heavyweight contenders?
They're fighting in July. I think that's a very
Who?
clear Aspinall and Blades.
Blades? Guy who's been 50-50 over the last like 3 years. We're gonna call a top contender now.
Oh, wait. Time out. Time out. What'd you say
Hebbs?
about Blades? Well, time
I
out.
said he's like I said he's been like 50-50 over the last 3 years or something like that. Like,
Okay,
what do
well,
we
sorry. I kind of misspoke there. The two guys are the two who fought for the real heavyweight title back this past November. Sergey Pavlovich. We're just going to start naming guys who would take Jon Jones' head off. So those are two. So what do you mean? You said name the two best heavyweight
bro?
contenders.
Hold
Hold
on.
up, hold up,
Sir,
hold up, hold
hold
up.
on, hold on, hold
All
on.
right,
One
you go,
sec.
you go.
Sergey Pavlovich, a guy that was taken down, wrestled, and mauled by Alistair Overeem, won't get taken down and fucking wrestled by Jon Jones. Show me
Dude,
a
that
fuck.
was
That's a
years ago.
casual take. That is a casual take. Pavlovich has no wrestling. He's a striker, and that's it. He was taken down by Alistair, the Dutch kickboxer Overeem, and ragdolled. TKO'd finished, I'm pretty sure. Yes, TKO'd.
Yeah, he was
Taken
CEO. That's not good. He fought fucking Overeem in his first UFC fight. Talk about a
Overeem was
dog.
washed. There was more steroids in his toilet than his fucking system. What are we talking
Isn't that
about?
good? Isn't that a good thing? So, like you're using steroids as a negative. You know that's like a performance enhancing. Like that means like it makes you better. So like being on steroids, you're using that as a negative. So wow, he lost to a guy on steroids. Sue him. When was that? I think has
No,
Jones
I
has
was,
fought
I
like
was
that's been Sergey's whole career has taken place in the time like since the last time Jon Jones fought.
no. The joke was that Alistair was on no steroids at the time, and he
Oh,
ran through him.
okay. That went over my head there. I
Yeah, I was
apologize.
saying he pissed out all the juice. It
Gotcha,
was in his
gotcha.
toilet more than his
Now it
system.
was all straight horse meat, my friend. All horse meat. So that's how you know you're a dog. You're fighting
Hey,
over him, who
quick,
was like,
quick hot take here. Just quick hot take, a little off topic. Prime juiced up Overeem, who fought Lesnar, runs through any heavyweight of the modern era. Just gonna throw that one out there. The
yeah,
horse, the
that's
horse
that's that's
Overeem.
that's Ubereem. That's probably a fair take. I think there are a lot of heavyweights who run through the monstrosity that's going on in the top of the division. To bring us back here, you said name the two top contenders that aren't fighting for the
I said the
title in
top
November.
three. The top
Okay,
three.
okay. So then I would say then I would just add Blades into it. So it'd be Aspinall, Sergey, and Blades. I don't know who. Wait, okay. So sorry. Let me finish this thought. Actually,
Curtis Blades is ahead of Cyril Gahn in your opinion?
yeah, I think Blades beats Gone.
I,
Did you watch? Okay, dude, this is another thing. You keep forgetting. I know it was a long time ago. Jon Jones and Cyril Gahn fought. I know this is ancient history. This is like a
a year
long
ago. A year ago, yeah.
yeah. But so he got he got subbed in 3 minutes. Like he has no wrestling, and apparently I don't know if you watched the Aspinall video. Apparently, Gahn was
Yes.
offered this fight,
Yes,
and
he's filming a movie, which I guarantee he's making more money than he does fighting because Dana pays him 100 grand to fight pay-per-view fucking main event. So yes, if I was him, I'd probably do the movie as well. That's a right move on his part. Don't hate the guy for making money.
it's fair. As someone in the industry and actor myself, I have to, we tip the cap to him. But I don't want my UFC fighters to be doing movies on this. Know who doesn't care about money? Know who doesn't care about his big name? Tom Aspinall, who would beat all these
Really?
guys anyway.
Tom Aspinall, the guy who's doing autograph meet and greets as the interim heavyweight champion. I mean, to make a quick 5 grand, and we're going to talk about guy doesn't care about making money. Come on now. Come on now.
Are you hating on him for doing a meet and greet
No, but I'm saying don't say he doesn't care about
with
money
the
when he
strap?
does. Listen, if Aspinall got offered a movie for $3 million right now, I guarantee you he's taking that.
Dude, what even movie? What movie is Cyril Gahn gonna be in?
I something some French movie, I'm sure, or something like
Okay.
that.
Who are your top three heavyweights? I would say not including the fucking retirement home party that's going on in November, but you can include those. I'm including those in my top three. I don't think those guys might be like 9 and like I don't know 41 or something.
You
41.
don't think
Nope.
Stipe Miocic can beat Sergey Pavlovich?
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea what Stipe could do. He fought once a year. He would come out like every summer to fight. I guess like that, a lot less fires in the summer. Don't fact check that. But then he would come out, fight DC once a summer, and then go back into hiding. And then he got one of the worst knockouts ever with Francis. Speaking of, we're talking about heavyweights. The best. Let's just get this out of the way. The best heavyweight on the planet, Francis Ngannou, who no longer fights under the UFC banner. Obviously, that goes without saying. I'll say it anyway. But
The guy has a decision loss to Derek Lewis. Enough. Enough.
dude,
Enough. He got outpointed by Derek Lewis, and we're calling him the best heavyweight on the planet. Enough.
saying he got
The last
outpointed.
time we saw him was what you call an epic KO. I don't care what sport it was in. It was a brutal flatline on his back. Didn't know what happened.
You want to talk bank accounts? He made more money in that fight than all these other guys named combined. So what
Not
are we
Jon
talking
Jones.
about?
Not in Jon Jones' career. No.
Not in Okay, maybe Jon Jones across his career made more than Francis made in one boxing
Yeah,
fight.
we're tipping that. No one's hating on Ngannou going to get the bag. I'm just saying, you're talking about brutal KOs. That was the definition of a flatline, brutal KO.
Okay, well, I would still say that the hammer fist against Stipe maybe slightly. I'm not going to argue about which KO. They were both bad KOs. All right, I think he can sleep in his silk sheets, dude.
He's
He
one and
doesn't.
one with Stipe. Why don't we see the trilogy, huh?
Want to know why? Actually, they probably ask Dana right after the fight. You think anyone wanted to talk about? I think we were just making sure that Stipe was alive and well. Right back to the
Well,
firehouse
yeah, same
after.
thing with Francis a few months ago. I mean, I'm just glad he's on his feet. It's crazy to see the guy fall like that, just brutally KO'd, bad,
All
real
right, bro.
bad.
He'll have.
As I predicted, a flatline KO is what I predicted in that bout. Just
Yeah,
saying.
you and Eric. Oh, the sniper comes out to play. I think it was like what
Anthony,
minus what? What was the line in
he was
that
only like
fight?
minus 270, minus 300.
I think it was more than that. What did you?
No, I'm telling you, that was the line.
All right, whatever. Kudos to you, my friend. Kudos
Thank
to
you.
you. Stick to boxing because you clearly don't know about this sport. You're on my terrain now, pal. And I'm fucking dude. We just go. I love how we literally open up with a line about the Manchester, and then we just start talking Jones Aspinall again.
I can't believe you think John can't take Sergey Pavlovich down and fucking get a win, get a stoppage on the ground. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Dude, the last time we saw like any version of John, like his last good win was against Anthony Smith on paper.
Bro, he just came in. Dude, if you're going to say that Cyril Gane's not like a competitive, legitimate fighter, then we're not going to fucking. Dude, he just came in and steamrolled Cyril Gane, bro. A guy that went.
He
Oh,
didn't
hold on.
steamroll.
Hold on. No. Time out. A guy that went 5 rounds with your best heavyweight of all time and Francis Ngannou fucking less than a year before that. And you're going to say John isn't the fucking best when John comes in and fucking steamrolls him.
He had a
Off the
torn
division.
ACL, and he took him down. He took him down the last 3 rounds of the fight. He ragdolled him with a torn ACL. Are you
What did
kidding me,
John do?
Francis
Took him
Ngannou?
down. John took him down and finished him inside 3 minutes, and you're gonna try and argue
Francis
about this.
Ngannou has no wrestling, and he took him down for 3 rounds.
He's the best heavyweight with no wrestling.
He
Get out of
doesn't need
here.
wrestling. He doesn't need
He
wrestling.
does. He was outpointed by Derek Lewis. He was outstruck by Cyril Gane. He was beat by Stipe 50-44, 50-45. What are we talking about? That's your best
The
heavyweight?
guy hadn't learned how to throw a jab yet. The guy hadn't learned how to shoot a double leg. When was that? That was in 2018, I think. We're talking about ancient history. Just like all this stuff we're talking about is ancient history.
2018's ancient history. Show some respect to the people, the pioneers of this game, all right? That ain't ancient history in the game of the
What
UFC.
are we talking about, bro? If we want
Tom
to,
Aspinall.
we'll do like a throwback episode where we honor the greats at a different time.
You
Not
just
what
have
we're here to
bro,
talk about today.
the fact that you're saying Jon Jones, dude, you act like I don't give a fuck what Jon Jones is. He shows up, he can still beat 99 probably percent of the fucking heavyweights on this planet. The heavyweights aren't skilled.
What in the fuck? What are you talking about, bro? No one's saying he can't. Well, actually, I did say he couldn't earlier, but that was just, I was a little bit of a joke. But I agree. He can beat 99%. 1% is the true interim champ I just said the true interim champ. Fucking cut that
Yeah,
out.
you're damn right. Good.
Dude, Aspinall is about to win. No, it would be hilarious. What if Aspinall defends the belt again before Jon comes back in November? Nobody know what I'm already pissed about? That they announced that. I don't think that was an official announcement, the MSG card, that's going to be Stipe versus Jon. It would make sense. I think they both kind of hinted at it, so it would make sense. Well, it wouldn't make any sense, but in this fantasy world we live in, I guess it makes sense, right? If that, it makes me so mad because that's supposed to be like the card of the year every year, the stacked MSG card, which
You're not going to be excited to watch Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic, bro. Come on.
dude,
Don't say
honestly,
no. You're going to be,
respect to
bro.
every
I
this
think
is
Stipe's got a chance to win. I think it's going to be a very good fight. Like, what are we talking about? Bro, how do you not think that's a great fight? I don't care
dude,
how old they are. Like, that's a great fight, bro.
that makes one of us, right? I honestly, no joke. I hope everyone makes it to the fight. Okay. Once you get to that age, I'm not even you never know what can happen. So if both of them I think if they both get into the cage to fight each other at some point in the next couple years, I think that's a win for everyone involved. What an unbelievable feat. Also, we don't even Stipe comes out on a podcast with Rampage Jack every 6 months, and he's just I know obviously he's not much of a chatter, but he's just yeah, I want to fight for the title, and it's just the least charismatic. He's just yeah, I deserve the title shot, and
Yeah, because he's the greatest heavyweight in the sports history. He is.
okay. Wait, question for you: who is the GOAT at? Who's the GOAT at welterweight?
George St. Pierre.
Okay, why he should be fighting at 304 versus Leon Edwards, correct?
No, what?
Why not? He's the GOAT.
He's not actively fighting.
Jon Jones and Stipe are actively
He fought
fighting?
a year ago and tore his back. The Stipe shit, you can argue. Jon Jones, what are you talking about?
Sorry. I miss. Stipe is actively fighting? I just meant to say Stipe.
No, we didn't say that he was actively fighting, but he's the head. He deserves. George
St. Pierre's the welterweight GOAT, so he should be fighting for the welterweight belt in your world.
No, if George St. Pierre came back, he would be fighting for the welterweight belt. What are you talking about? Yes, he came back and fought.
Butts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a wonderful Christmas.
He came back, bro. What are you talking about? He came back. He made a return after 3-4 years. Came back and won the middleweight title. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but that was years ago. And Bisping,
cool. If George St. Pierre called Dana White and said, "Hey, I want to make a return," he's fighting Leon Edwards for the fucking title. Yes.
Okay, but let's say hypothetically, walk with me here. We have a crazy hypothetical situation for you. If that was a GSP says, I want to, come out. I
Time out. One second. Who would you say
there was an interim champ? There was an intern champ who looked like he might be on his way to GOAT status. Who looked like an unbeatable fighter.
Who are you talking about?
What's that?
Who are you talking about? On his way to GOAT status. Who are you talking about?
Tom Aspinall.
The guy's on a fucking 2-fight win streak, and we're talking about GOAT status. We already said the guy's fought one relevant heavyweight, and you're talking about GOAT status. That is you just spit in the face of any GOAT in this fucking sports history.
Dude,
Tom Aspinall,
pulling back on your own criteria,
bro. Tom Aspinall. You just said Tom Aspinall's on the path to GOAT status. He literally has one relevant win on his career. Let's pipe it down a little bit.
His career hasn't started. He's 30. And he fights in a division with old retired bums who for some reason have this unlimited rematch clause or they can just whatever, dude. He should be a multiple. If he never got hurt against Blades, I'm sure he would have 4 title defenses. And I'm sure Jon Jones, I'm not even going to say where he would be, but he would not be the UFC heavyweight champion. He would be far away from the sport because he saw an opportunity as soon as Francis left. Then he wants to fight Ciryl Gane.
He literally wanted to fight Francis.
What's that?
He wanted to fight Francis.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, we have no. Then guess no. What probably would have happened if he wanted that?
Oh, so what you
Trick
so
question.
Dana White has what reason does Dana White have to lie about him wanting to fight Francis?
So Francis didn't want to fight him.
Francis wanted more money, just like John wanted more money to come up to heavyweight.
So they
Let me
both
guess. That
wanted.
makes them. What does that make them? Not fucking dogs because they didn't. They wanted more money to for a fight that would have been a once in a lifetime fight.
No one said they're not dog. John
Well,
Jones.
you're knocking John. You knocked Jon Jones for being out of the sport. He was out of the sport because of that. He was literally out of the sport because he wanted more money to come up to heavyweight and fight. The UFC's paying him whatever $2 million to fight. He's worth more than that, and he knows his worth. So he wanted more. They held out until Francis bailed, and then they gave him the money. It's not. I don't know what you want him to do. And now he goes out, steamrolls Cyril Gahn, and then tears his pec in the lead up to a fight with Stipe, and you're acting as if he's sitting out. Like, he's not sitting out. He fucking tore his pec. He was literally weeks out from the Stipe fight. He tears his pec. What do you want him to do? He tore his pec, bro. Like, that takes time to recover. You don't just, oh, torn pec, let me snap out of it and fight Tom Aspinall. No, I'm going to fight the greatest heavyweight of all time. That way, if he beats Stipe, there is no debate. I mean, there isn't a debate anyway. He could go get knocked out in the first
There's
round
no
against
debate
Stipe.
about what,
That he's the
dude.
greatest fighter of the sport's ever seen. There's a
All right.
debate about that?
No, I don't think so. You just said if he
Okay.
beats Stipe. I don't understand how that could possibly add to his resume, dude. Stipe, like,
Bro,
who
come
knows what
on.
Stipe's been up to the last. Dude, if that fight is in November, he will have not fought in 3.5 years. There will be guys, dude. I just saw a tweet the other day. Although he was still fighting, he then he like won multiple times. He went through a 2-year retirement, boxed multiple times, came back, got a win in the time span since Stipe has fought. So this is very odd. It's like, again, I don't quite understand the concept of time myself, but it seems like you have a loose grasp on it as well. As it goes on, it's like you could get worse. In a sport setting is what we're talking about. Like, you can't just plop something from someone from like years ago. As time goes on, we see like people, their body worsens and they're no longer the fighter athlete that they were at a time in the
Yeah,
past, right?
no one's arguing that. But for
So
you to say,
Stipe, so if Jon Jones was fighting 2018 Stipe, boy, buckle your seatbelt. I would be excited. In 2024, I think that's the year. Don't really care at all. Also, if there wasn't a Tom Aspinall type character, I really wouldn't care that much about this fight. I just think it's ridiculous that I don't know that this is happening. Like, and I think it's very unfair. And I think the fact. So, what if Blades wins? He won't. What if he wins? So then he fights. Well, Jon Jones is going to retire because he doesn't. Or maybe he won't if Blades wins because that'll be a more winnable fight. Blades would still
he doesn't
dog
need to.
walk Jon Jones. But
Bro, Jon Jones doesn't need to fight either one of those bums.
no one
They
has to
don't.
do anything.
Yeah, Jon Jones doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't.
I know.
Jon Jones. Jon
So do
Jones.
us all a favor and stop, and just stop fighting. And
Jon Jones. Oh, bro, the fact that you're acting as if you don't want to watch, you're not going to want to watch Stipe versus John is like ridiculous. Just stop. You would buy the pay per view, okay? If you
probably
needed
wouldn't
to,
buy it. You
you
know what
would
I
buy
mean?
the pay
But
per view. Yeah.
dude, I watched Derek Lewis versus a guy I don't know his name still. This past Saturday. So correct. I will watch the fight. Like, you caught me.
And you'll
I'm
be
gonna watch.
excited for the fight.
Huh?
You will be excited for that fight.
Yeah. Again, you caught me. I will be excited. I will be watching the fight. I will probably have a smile on my face. Maybe a couple Miller Lights. We'll see how the night goes. But I don't see what that. Guess what? Now I'll see that and I'll raise you this. I would be more excited for literally anything else Doesn't seem like we will get anywhere on this. Tom Aspinall, the real champ, puts the real belt on the line at UFC 304. Going to be a really good fight. I don't even really think Blades deserves this matchup. But again, when you fight in a division that's held up by bum 1 and bum 2, this is the type of stuff that happens.